Round 14 in the Championship is nearly complete. One game to go tonight, but so much still to talk about already. Here are my hot takes. 1. The last act. Saturday proved to be the last act for two Championship managers, with QPR announcing the departure of Gareth Ainsworth on Saturday night and Bristol City following suit on Sunday afternoon by parting company with Nigel Pearson. I have given my detailed thoughts on the departures on a busy day yesterday on the channel, but their final acts were, as you'd understand, both defeats this past weekend. To be fair to Ainsworth, a 2-1 reverse against the runaway train that is Leicester with 10 men from the hour mark and a Harry Winks worldie settling it wasn't actually the worst performance, but he has just not been able to get Rangers going. 19 points in 27 games in charge is leading in only one direction. I wish Ainsworth well, and I'm sure we'll see him soon. Pearson's departure followed a defeat at Cardiff. Perry NG, that well-known goal machine, scored again, and Ruben Colwill after a lovely bold prediction from me. Bristol City fans fairly split on the departure of Pearson, but many who have been in touch with me are disappointed it has ended now and in this way. Give me two names in the comments for your next QPR and Bristol City managers. Remember, Millwall are looking too. 2. Everyone's a winner. Well, it's moving jolly quickly up at the top. We've already made mention of Leicester's latest win. Ipswich got their 4th win in a row. Leeds, the 4th win in 5, and Southampton, their 4th win in 6. Lots to talk about at Portman Road. I was there as Ipswich rekindled last season's rivalry with Plymouth and finally actually beat them 3-2. Town played well and created plenty, but Argyle fans will point to an own goal, 2 strikers getting injured and finishing with 10 men, and an outstanding goalkeeping performance from Hladky, coupled with a highly contentious moment just before half-time involving Ipswich centre-back George Edmondson. Speaking of Edmondson, he was one of 2 players I missed when predicting my Ipswich 11 over on the Fan Hub app. 9 out of 11 for me this week. Think you can do better? Well, let's be honest, you probably can. So why not go and prove it? Download the Fan Hub app, but make sure you do so using my golden ticket code BEN-CU7. Ipswich kept winning, but Leeds kept pace with their fearsome front line demolishing Huddersfield 4-1. The 2 wingers, James and Somerville, both scored twice. They are still clawing back that 3-game head start, and Friday night, Leicester v Leeds. Whoa. Southampton have tucked into 4th with a 3-1 win over Birmingham. And for those people that hate to hear about this type of thing, it's an objective fact that is 3 Year 1 parachute teams in the top 4 now, and none of them are looking downwards. Adam Armstrong got his 8th of the season. Saints, 14 points in 6. Rooney at Birmingham, 0 points in 3. 3. Standing ovation. How about Stoke City this week then? Sunderland, Leeds and Middlesbrough across a 3-game week. I'd have given them about 4 points maximum, best case scenario for those run of games. They took all 9. What a week, and to win 2-0 away to a Middlesbrough side on a massive winning streak themselves is just superb from the Potters. Excellent first half, really well worked second goal for Leris. I've been burned too many times before by Stoke, as you'll know if I watch the channel, so I won't get too excited and I'll just leave it as a standing ovation for the 9-point week and say no more. Borough going to want to get back on the horse at Plymouth on Saturday, revive that winning streak. I'm also going to give Sheffield Wednesday a standing ovation for actually finally winning a football match at the 14th attempt. Yes, it is a home win. Yes, it was against Rotherham, who are also in a relegation zone with the Owls, but the bar is low and it's been a miserable time for the Wednesday fans. Michael Smith grabbed a first half double against his former club. Obviously, still a mountain to climb for Danny Roll there, but they have taken the first baby steps. Rotherham, still part of that single-digit bottom 3, and it is a gargantuan game at home to QPR on Saturday. 4. False start. Behind QPR are 2 surprising names for the longest winless streaks in the Championship. Preston, 7 without a win, and Norwich, 5 without a win. This, after both of those 2 clubs have been right up at the top, setting the pace in the early weeks of the season, looking very good. Unhelpfully, both Preston and Norwich had difficult away trips to Hull and to Sunderland this weekend, and it went with form and both sides came away with nothing. Preston's difficult-looking run on paper has turned into a very fallow period. The excellent Philogene scored again for Hull as they took all 3 points in a 1-0 win. North End are out of the playoff spots. Hull are into them once again. Sunderland just on the edges of the playoff spots after they won coming from behind to beat Norwich 3-1. The division's top scorer Jack Clark got his 9th goal of the season, with the Norwich fans sounding particularly unimpressed with boss David Wagner at the moment. That is 1 win in 9 games in all comps for Wagner's Canaries. They ended last season with 1 win in 11. You wonder whether that number again might be the tipping point for the Germans as we reach the next international break. 5. Mini League. Lovely bit of work by the fixture computer this week. Saw Swansea play Watford on Tuesday and then Blackburn on Saturday, while Millwall play Blackburn on Tuesday and Watford on Saturday. You're keeping up. We're going to give Watford the bragging rights in this little mini league as they were the only side to take 4 points across the 2 games, but only just at a 92nd minute equaliser from Milita Rajovic to make it 2-2 over at the Vic. Watford 8 points in 4. They can look up at the top half with that form. Millwall just looking purely at finding a new manager. Swansea went off to Blackburn and won 1-0 via a Liam Cullen curler. They'd lost both the first 2 games of the 3-game week, so that goes in the much needed win box quite nicely. Blackburn have started doing that thing again that they did last season where they never ever draw. 14 games in all competitions since the last one. And there you have it. That is my hot takes for round 14. Let me know what you think of mine, or better still, get your own in via the comments. As I said at the top of the show, still 1 game remaining, and we will cover West Brom visiting Coventry on the watch along tonight. Come and join me. In the meantime, pick your poison. Click up here. It's a double whammy to hear my thoughts on a double firing in the Championship. You can either click on Ainsworth out of QPR or Pearson out of Bristol City.